Hey, I haven't seen you since last year. 'Cause December was the previous, why am I saying previous like there's a T at the end? The previous video was in December. And now, the year it went over. So, I haven't seen you since last year. Unless this is the first video of mine that you've ever seen. And you've never seen me. For anyone out there that's new, hi, I'm Wolf. And let's bring the two together now. This video is gonna be me sharing some games that I picked up for the channel recently. Actually, these games that I picked up, I picked them up based on my minesweeper videos. Now, the minesweeper videos have been interesting. I didn't expect the response that I have gotten on those. I didn't expect so many people to find those videos enjoyable. They liked them, which, didn't expect it. So I was sitting here one day and I was just kind of thinking about those videos. And as I was thinking about those videos, I noticed that there was a sale on Steam. Steam. There was a video game sale for, maybe you're older, you don't know what Steam is. Yeah, it's like an online video game store where you can download games, you can buy them, and then you download them. So they had the sale that was going on, the end of the year sale, and I saw that and I thought to myself, I was like, this is interesting. There's a sale here. And because I was thinking about Minesweeper, I was like, what if there are some games that I can pick up that are in the lines of Minesweeper? So I started thinking, and I remembered some older games that, while they're different than Minesweeper, they are similar in some way. And these are games that are, I guess we could say they have puzzles in them. There are certain games that are like that, where you have puzzles in the game, and that's how you go through the game, by going through the level. There are puzzles and obstacles and things like that. So I did some brainstorming, and I remembered some old games that I hadn't ever played, but I had seen them, and one or two I had played a demo back when that was a thing, a long time ago. Demos aren't so much a thing now, but once upon a time, back in, what year are we going back to? The years of the Xbox and the PlayStation, when they had demo discs. You may not be familiar with this if you're younger and you haven't been too familiar with video games back then, but once upon a time they used to have magazines which were from companies like PlayStation and Xbox, and there was another one, I think Game Informer. They eventually became GameStop, or they were bought by something like that. And basically these magazines, they would put games, developers would put games on a disc that would come with the magazine, and you can put that into your console, and this was how you would play new games pretty much, or demos of new games, so you can try them out and get a feel for them. So I had a few games that I had played the demo for. It was on the PlayStation 1, then PS2 had demo discs, and the Xbox, the original Xbox, had it as well. And I'm not sure if it made it onto the next Xbox after that, but I know the original definitely did have it. I didn't have 360 was the second Xbox. I didn't have one of those. I had the original Xbox, the first one, and I had a subscription to the, I can't recall the name. If anyone knows the names of these things, because I'm sure the PlayStation 1 it wasn't called PlayStation Magazine, was it? And the Xbox, if anyone remembers the names of these things, because it was from a long time ago, so I'm having trouble recalling the actual names of these magazines, but I did have a subscription to the Xbox One, and I would sometimes get to play the PlayStation 1s as well. I'm not sure if I had a subscription to the PlayStation 1, or I would sometimes pick it up from the store, the corner stores where I lived. They would sell these magazines. If you had the subscription, though, you would get it for less, because if you get a year subscription, I think it was like a few dollars off compared to buying each individual magazine. Yeah, you saved quite a bit, actually. It was more than a few dollars. You saved quite a bit if you got the year subscription where they mailed it directly to you. Yeah, so I had the Xbox One, and eventually on PS3 you could start downloading them off of the internet, because the PS3 was where they had it that the console could download games and things like that off of the internet. The PS2 didn't really have that. The PS2, we'll leave that for another time. I was going to talk about the PS2 having a network adapter. Not everyone who had a PS2 may know about that. Yeah, the PS2 didn't have online capabilities by itself, but you could buy the network adapter, which could be attached to the back of the PS2, and then you could have internet on your well, it was pretty limited, and there were only a few games that, anyway, yeah, the games that I'm thinking of, the ones that I purchased, are from I would say some are from the PS2 era, and some are from the PS3, and then there may be one or two that's a bit newer. Yeah. So I mentioned Steam. I was looking at Steam and I saw these sales, and I myself personally, I prefer playing on a console. I know you can attach your controller to your computer, and well, I just prefer console myself. Also, it's easier for me to record something on console because with my computer, I've changed my setup, by the way. So, if you've seen my previous setup video from years ago, I changed my setup like 3-4 years. It changed a while ago. I only have one monitor that I use for my computer, so if I want to record gameplay on the computer, one monitor, it's a little inconvenient because you have to check that you're recording and the game is, it's easier to record with two monitors. Yeah. So one of the reasons, I guess we could say, why I prefer console is because I have a second screen specifically for my console. Yeah. So that's a big part of why I prefer console because I downsized for simplicity. Actually, there's more to that, why I downsize. It's not just simplicity, but it's also having less in front of you. I had mentioned something before about TikTok and the lack of attention spans nowadays because of things like TikTok and YouTube and we could say Twitter, I guess. Or are there more? I don't know. I'm like a I don't want to say boomer. Boomer is the only term ancient. I was gonna say a turtle. I don't know why the word turtle came to an old turtle. Master Oogway, the old turtle from Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, I'm like an old man. We could say when it comes to these things. I don't use them, and I'm not too familiar with that. I've never been a fan of social media personally, but yeah, these sites where they're built to keep you scrolling, keep your attention focused on it and going, so that you never click off. How was I going to tie this into what I was saying? Oh, having multiple monitors and having all that information in front of you, it kind of encourages you to use all of the space available. So if you have two monitors, you're more likely to have two different things in front of you because it's there. It's easily done. It's making the most of what you have in front of you, the space available. Because if you don't have anything on the second monitor, well, there's really no point in having a second monitor, right? Yeah, so, and even if you don't intend to do that, just having both monitors on, it's easy for you to just go, it's convenient for me to put something on this second monitor, so let me put something there. Yeah. So I guess we could say I don't like putting myself in a situation where I'm encouraged to do that kind of thing. Because if you make something easy for yourself, well, you're likely to do it, to go through with it. Like, let's say you don't want to eat chocolate. You want to quit eating chocolate. You eat too much chocolate. You're not going to go and take a big plate of chocolate and sit it right beside you wherever it is you sit, or let's say at your job, you're working. You're not going to have a giant plate of chocolate sitting right I mean, some people might do this, and that's why they're unable to break the habit, and they just keep having more and more chocolate because they're making it easily available. It's right there. Yeah, so I downsized because of I'm kind of getting going off here a little bit. We're getting this was not anyway. Should we bring it back? I'm kind of this video is supposed to be about the games that I bought. Like I said, not a crisis. So with these videos that I've been making as of late, I was looking at them and I was thinking to myself that from a certain perspective, one might think that I may be going through a crisis of some kind or of sorts. And well, I want to assure you, I'm not going through a crisis of any kind. Not a crisis. So yeah, bringing it back to the original idea. I bought some games that were older games, and I thought, let's make a video showcasing them a bit. I want to show you the games that I picked up on sale, the older games. Yeah, so these videos that I'll make on these games, I guess you can consider them to be like Let's Plays. I don't know how well they'll do. We'll see. I'm just going to make videos on whatever I feel like, and we'll see how things go. Yeah, so we'll just do that. So, the games that I purchased. I was looking on Steam, and I saw some games on sale, and I thought to myself, I wonder if the PlayStation has a sale as well. I found the games I was interested in, by the way, and I said to myself, let's see if these are available on PlayStation. So I went on to PlayStation, and I was looking around, and as I was looking, I believe I can put this up in the background because I did record some of it. So let me go ahead and put that up here, and I'll show you and explain what happened as I was looking on PlayStation. I have to say though, the sales that they have on Steam, they have a lot of games that are on sale on Steam. Whereas on console, they have sales, but it's nowhere near the amount of sales that they have on Steam, and also the discounted amount. The sales on Steam they're incredible. Yeah, so let me go ahead and pull that up, and I will talk about it as it's up. Maybe we'll do a voiceover, or I will put myself in the corner. I'm not sure. We'll see. So one of the games that came to mind was an older game known as Thrine, and I got lucky because they had this on sale on the PlayStation. It actually took a bit before it crossed my mind to really go and look on the place, because I saw it on Steam, and it took a while. Eventually it crossed my mind. I was like, maybe it's on the PlayStation. But this is an old game, so I didn't expect it to be there. It's from the PlayStation 3, this game. That's where the series started up. I played the demo for it. And when I saw it on Steam, after a while, I went onto the PlayStation, and would you believe, they had it on sale. Yeah, and at a pretty big discount. See, the price of it here, you can see, is $29.99. That's the normal price, and that's the price for the trilogy, which is 3 games, Thrine 1, 2, and 3. So those are some big savings right there. Yeah, so I ended up picking that up. Now the other ones were on sale as well, but the sale for them, those were individual sales. They have a Thrine 4 and a Thrine 5, and both were on sale, but the sale wasn't as big because those were individual sales for the 4th one and the 5th one. So I didn't pick those up. So I picked that up, and these, like I mentioned, they're puzzle-like games. I remember playing the demo for the first one. So I picked that up, and the next game that I picked up is one called Firewatch. Now, I saw this on Steam, and I read a little bit about it, and it looked like an interesting game. Also, I remember there being some kind of big thing about this game years ago. I don't recall the full details of it, but I think there was someone that played this game. They had permission from the company. This was back when companies, they had a problem with you playing their game on YouTube. Some of them would make a big deal about it, and they wouldn't like you playing their game. So the story behind this was, I think someone had permission to play their game, and even though they got permission, afterwards the maker of the game is like, you know what, I changed my mind. Even though I gave you permission to play this game and make a video about it, I changed my mind. And there was something that went on with that. It was a bit of a, it's like, how can you give me permission? I make a video, your game gets so much attention, and now you're gonna say, no, it's not okay that you play my game and have a video up about it? Yeah, it was kind of a messed up thing to do. So that was something that had happened. Anyway, they ended up saying it was fine because of the backlash they got for this, the maker of the game. Anyway, that was the game that I saw. I decided to pick it up. I never watched it myself, by the way. The person that played it, I never watched the video, so I don't know exactly what the game is about. I just know what I saw when I saw it on sale on Steam for the price was incredible. On Steam, I think it was on sale for $1. It was $1 or $2. On PlayStation, you can see here that it's on sale for $3 when the normal price is $20. So we got some, like I said, we got some pretty good deals here. Steal of a deal. Yeah, the prices we're paying, you can see here it says the normal price would be $50, $49.98 for these 2 games if they weren't on sale. Well, technically 3 games and 1, because the Thrine trilogy is 3 games. So we have 4 games that we're getting here for $10, pretty much $9.58. Yeah, so I managed to snag these 2 games for the channel, and there are actually more that I snagged because I ended up sitting there for a bit later on, and I ended up finding some more games that were on sale. So this one is interesting. So this game is called Unravel, and I saw this one on Steam. It was on sale on Steam, and the discount was, it was only a few bucks on Steam, and I was like, you know what, let's see if that's on PlayStation. And when I came here, it wasn't on sale, and I was really disappointed not seeing it on sale. There was no sale for it. But what happened is I sat here and I ended up going down and I saw Unravel 2. I was like, maybe this one's on sale. And there's no sale on Unravel 2. Both of these games are $20 each. Individually, both of them, they're $20. There's no sale whatsoever. So I noticed at the bottom here, it says save 80%. And I thought to myself, what's that about? Why does it say save 80%? There must be some kind of mistake there, or maybe that's not the game. That's some wallpaper or something like that for the game. So I ended up scrolling down, and would you believe it's both of the games on sale for 80% off? I couldn't understand why neither of the games had their own individual sales for them, but both of them are on sale as a bundle. and then there's the discount. Yeah, I thought that was, I was like, wait a minute. Is this real? I made sure to read everything because I didn't want to end up purchasing something that wasn't the actual games. And as I read it, it says the Unravel bundle contains Unravel and Unravel 2. So it is the full games, Unravel and Unravel 2. So both games were on sale for $6. I was so happy when I saw this because, like I said, I saw it on Steam and I was really hoping that I could get it on PlayStation because recording on PlayStation, making videos on PlayStation, on console, it's easier for me. It's more convenient, especially since I downsized and I only have one monitor for my computer. So I ended up seeing this here and I was super happy about that. I ended up snagging that one as well. So I put that in my cart. So far we have Thrine 1, 2, 3, the Firewatch, so that's 4 games, and then we have Unravel 1 and Unravel 2. So that is 6 games so far. Now, I believe there was one more game that I purchased along with that, and that game was called Degrees of Separation. Now, I wasn't familiar with this game. I just stumbled onto it while coming across these other games, while searching for them and finding them here. I ended up seeing this in the suggested, and I saw that it was on sale. The normal price would be $20, and it was on sale for $2. So I ended up checking it out because I thought the artwork looked interesting, the cover, and as I looked more into it, I was like, hey, this is exactly the kind of game that I'm interested in, that I'm looking for. It's a puzzle platformer, 2D puzzle platformer. So I liked how it looked, and I decided to pick it up. And you can see here the total for this with these discounts. I saved about $80 for all of these games that I purchased here. Yeah, the price for these games, Unravel, the bundle, is $6, whereas the normal price is $30. And for Degrees of Separation, the normal price for that is $20. And I ended up paying $2. Yeah, so I saved quite a bit of money picking these games up during this sale. If there wasn't this sale, though, to be honest, I probably wouldn't buy these games, because there's no way I'm going to go spending... I saved $80. I'm going to go spending like $100 on these games. Yeah, that's a lot of money to be spending, especially on games that are from once upon a time. Yeah, that would be a lot of money to spend on these games. So you can see here for these 2 games, I ended up paying $7.98. Our discount being $42. Oh boy, we saved a lot of money. A lot of money on that. So yeah, in total, I purchased the 6 games here on PlayStation, and 6 games for the channel. Yeah, so hopefully you'll end up liking these when I do make videos on them. We'll see how those go. By the way, these aren't long games. These are rather short games. They're games that you could say are similar to Mario in a way, but they're a little more puzzle-y. Making up my own word there. Puzzle-y. Yeah. So we'll be making videos on those, and they're all short games. So the videos for them, I looked up the average for how long these games take to beat, to get through, to complete, and each one at most is maybe 10 hours, 15 hours at most. So they're not really long games. So we'll see how things turn out when I make videos on them. Hopefully there will be a positive reception to them. Yeah. So there's still something else I want to say. I also picked up some games on Steam. See, there were some games that I wanted to pick up on PlayStation, and because they weren't on sale on PlayStation, I was like, you know what, I'll pick these up on Steam. Maybe one day I'll have a second monitor and make videos on them. Yeah, also some of these games you can't get them on PlayStation anymore. You have to buy the physical. The physical for it, you can't even buy them anymore. One of the games is, I believe, a classic. It's an older game called Portal. I wanted to buy that on PlayStation, but Unfortunately, there is no digital version of that, and I think it was only PS2. So on Steam, they had a Portal bundle where you could get Portal 1 and 2, which normally the price for them would be $20. But because of the sale, 85% off, you can get them both for $3. So I ended up picking that up. I remember Portal being popular once upon a time. I never owned Portal. I didn't really play the game. I did play a little bit of it. Not very much. We could say maybe a few minutes of it. Once upon a time. Less than an hour, I believe. I played less than an hour of it. And from what I remember, it was a pretty fun game. And seeing it on sale, I was like, hey, let's pick this up. I also think Portal 2 is considered one of the best PlayStation 2 games ever. Was it the PlayStation 2 or the PS? I can't recall. All these things are such a long time. My head is I'm trying to recall memories and things from a long time ago, I guess you could say. This was like 20 years ago. So it was kind of a long time ago. I mean, if you're 80, I don't think there are many 80-year-olds watching this video, but 20 years ago is still kind of a long, well, it's not, it's relative. So I picked that up, Portal 1 and 2, on Steam for $3. And there was another game that, this one came to mind because I had played the demo back on PS3, I believe. And this game was called Limbo. I believe Limbo was a fairly popular game. This was on sale for 99 cents, 90% off. The normal price would be $10. When I went and played, I think this was originally a PlayStation game. And when I was searching in the PlayStation Store, I hoped they would have it on PS4. And unfortunately, well, they did have it, but it was full price. There was no sale whatsoever. I don't know why it was full price, but it was full price. Yeah, but on Steam here, they had it on sale for $1. I didn't want to pay full price. Even though it would be really convenient for me to have it on PlayStation, I didn't want to end up paying full price for this game. So I bought it on Steam. Like I said, if we ever have a second screen, or maybe if I ever get a Steam Deck, that would technically be a second screen. Without an actual second screen, I can maybe record off. I don't know. Steam Decks are expensive. I don't know if I'll ever buy one of those, but if I ever do, maybe for the channel. Yeah. So I bought Limbo for $1. So many steals here. Steal of a deal. All of them were really good deals here. And that's pretty much why I picked it up, because there's no way at this point, with all the games I've shown, we're over $100. We were at 100 without a discount for the ones on PlayStation. And with these two, with Portal 1 and 2 being $20, that's $120, and then this one being $10, that's $130 without our discounts. Yeah, so we saved a lot of money here buying these on sale. And Limbo's a really interesting game. It's a platformer game. It's kind of like Mario, but it's a lot darker. Both literally and well, it is. If I had said figuratively, I mean literally, it is darker. I was thinking figuratively, but then I was like, wait, no, it's actually darker. Like the game itself, it's a really dark game. I mean, look at it. You can see the screen here. It's dark. It's really dark. But okay. So I ended up buying these 3 games here, and there was one more that came to mind. And this was a game that I had played the demo for. I played the demo for a lot of these games. I played the demo for Thrine originally back on the PS3. I played a demo for Limbo. Portal. I think I played the actual game for Portal. I had borrowed it from someone, and I played a little bit, or maybe I played it with them at their place. The memory's a bit fuzzy. This was a long time ago. Yeah, I believe we played it Portal over the internet, probably. Might have been over the online on PlayStation 3. Yeah, so I had somewhat played all these games before, the demo of them, and with the exception of Portal, I played maybe an hour of that game. And this one here, I played back on PS3 as well. This was a demo. I picked it up randomly. I was like, hey, let's try this game out. And funny story, I had thought of making a video of this game for the channel. But again, this was during a time when making videos on YouTube, game companies, well, they were kind of funny about it with wanting videos of their game on YouTube. So while I did play the demo and I recorded a video playing the demo, possibly the game, it might have been free on PlayStation at some point because of PlayStation Plus, the subscription. It might have been free at some point, and I picked it up. I'm not sure. Can't remember. Like I said, my brain, just recalling these things kind of hurts a little bit. Trying to recall so many different things from a long time ago. Quite a long time ago. So this game, The Cave, I didn't expect to see this on sale. This was just, I really reached for this game because, well, this company, they made this game and that was it. There was never anything afterwards. It was just this game. So I ended up remembering this game. I searched for it, or was I scrolling on Steam and I came across it? One of the two. I think I might have been scrolling, or maybe I did remember it. I'm not sure. Not sure. My brain right now, it's like all over the place just because I'm pulling from so many different memories from a long time ago in a really short span of time. Yeah, really working my brain right now. Trying to recall all these different things in such a short amount of time. So I had played this game, I recorded it, I guess you could say we made a video about it, the demo, and I never put it out. Anyway, I saw that it was on sale. I decided to pick it up, and you can see the price here. I thought this game was kind of pricey considering how old it is. You can see it says here, the game's release date was 2013. That's over 10 years ago. Over 10. So I was surprised by the price being so high normally. It being $15, whereas Limbo, which I think Limbo was a game that it got a lot of high ratings, and the fact that it's only $10 at full price nowadays compared to this one, which, well, it didn't get as much acclaim, I guess you could say, as Limbo. Limbo I looked it up. Limbo is considered one of the best games of its kind, of its genre. Whereas this game, well, it's not in the top 10. Let's just say that. I think Limbo was in the top 10 on... There was a list I looked at. It may not have been games of its kind. I was looking up a certain genre, and I ended up seeing Limbo there. So, yeah, this game normally being $15, that seems expensive for a game that no one will ever think about or come across. But anyway, it was on sale, 75% off, and I ended up purchasing it for $3.74. So we picked up quite a few games here. So far on Steam, we have Portal 1 and 2, we have Limbo, and we have this game, which is 4 games. So adding that to our 4, Thrine 1, 2, 3, and the other game with that, Thrine 1, 2, 3, Firewatch, that's 8 that we're at there, and then the other 2, we picked up 10 games in total. Now let me show you the price for this here. We saved a lot of money. Like $150 would be the price for all these games when they're not on sale. With tax, it would maybe be a little more than that. Yeah, so these 3 games, when purchased all together, we got them for, you can see the estimated total is $771. So that right there, those are all the games that I bought on sale for the sales that were going on. Hopefully, when I make videos on these, people will enjoy them, especially those people that enjoyed the Minesweeper videos, because these games are kind of similar in a sense. They are puzzle-like games, puzzle platformers, I guess that would be the technical genre. So they're puzzle-like games in a way. So I will be making videos on all of these games here, which I bought for the channel specifically. I would have completely forgotten about all these games if I didn't sit here and brainstorm a bit and see the Steam sale and all that, because it was actually a process. I saw the sale and 2 and 2 upstairs, like, wait a minute, I wonder if these games that I'm thinking about, they have them on Steam, if they're on sale. And then I saw them on sale and I'm like, well, recording on Steam would be a bit inconvenient because I only have one monitor now. Having PlayStation, all of this was a process. Anyway, I've been going on and on. Yeah, so at that right there, all the games I bought and all the money I saved buying those games. Games which will be coming to the channel in the near future. Well, I think that's about it for this video. Again, I do have a Ko-fi coffee. I'm not exactly sure how you're supposed to pronounce that. I think it's Ko-fi. I do have that there. If you'd like to check that out, support the channel on a regular basis with a couple of bucks, you can by becoming a monthly supporter. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this one. If you want to leave a like, you could do that. Leave one of those on the video because you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, it was your first time checking out one of my videos and you enjoyed it, you want to come back again, maybe you want to watch these videos when we play these games sometime, well, there's that sub button. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm Wolf, and until next time.